In the cold north, far beyond the wall, lives a god king, Magnar of the Thens. Magnar is said to be closer to a god than a man. 20 moons ago, in 262 after Aegon's conquest, Magnar met with a priestess who prophesied he would have a son that would stand taller than men, born with eyes of blue and red, and conquer the world with ice and fire. Later that year, Magnar's wife gave birth to a giant, born with blue and red eyes, destined for greatness. Magnar names him Ragnar. Ragnar, throughout his childhood, learns the ways of the Thens and the Magnaric faith, worshipping his father as a god, but has always felt he is more of a god than his father. Ragnar, on his 16th name day, has had enough of battling the wildlings beyond the wall and grows tired of not being worshipped as a god himself. Ragnar sets his sight on Skagos, an island chain off the coast of Hardhome. While on his path to Skagos, Ragnar and his retinue stops at the ruins of Skane. While preparing for his invasion, he explores the ruins and happens upon a hot and humid cave filled with hot springs, too hot for any man. But Ragnar is no normal man. So while exploring, he stumbles upon a beautiful yet oddly shaped white rock resting in a cradle of rock and springs. Ragnar feels the energy within and believes it's his divine right to claim the Skane ruined rock. Ragnar and his retinue took Skagos, quickly adopting their feudal ways, and established himself as the High Lord of Skagos. The people there began to worship Ragnar as a god. Magnar, after hearing this, disowns Ragnar and bans him from Then forever. Ragnar, in the years following, swears fealty to Rickard Stark and forms the Isasbruni religion in retribution to his father, establishing Ragnar as a god. With his divine rock by his side, he prays to the old gods and to Rilor to grant him power beyond mortal comprehension. Without a moment's notice, the white rock shakes and hatches something truly remarkable. This is where our story begins. Hello, Commanders, and welcome to a brand new Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones mod, playing as Lord Ragnar of Skagos. So this is a brand new Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones mod series. I'm super excited to get into this. And if you have never seen this channel before, you don't know what it's all about, we do play a lot of Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones. We play normal Crusader Kings 3, and we do a lot of role-playing. So we're going to be playing as the main characters, making decisions based off of our characters' traits. So we just go around, have fun, expand our house, and become one of the greatest in Westeros and or Essos, or as the entirety of Game of Thrones. So you just saw the beginning of who Ragnar is and how he came about to own all of Skagos. So let's meet Ragnar while we are here. So Lord Ragnar of Skagos is a lustful, gregarious, arbitrary, ambitious character, so 4 traits, but he is a dutiful captain, he's a winter soldier, he is fire obsessed, intelligent, pure-blooded, mismatched eyes, which are really cool, he is a giant, and he also has the house customizer trait. So super cool. I have not pressed play. We are starting in the year 282 after Aegon's conquest. We have Lord Eddard of the North, who is 19, married to Lady Catelyn, who is 17. So everyone is young. This is during Robert's Rebellion. So who is on the Iron Throne currently? It is King Aerys II, the Mad King of the Iron Throne, and he is married to Queen Rhaella of the Iron Throne. So we have Lord Tywin over here, 40 years old. We have Lord Paramount of Hoster of the Riverlands. We have Lord John of the Vale, only 63 right now. And we have, of course, Big Bobby Baratheon, who is 19 years old. So super exciting stuff. The Reach has joined Aerys' side. So has Dorne, Prince Doran, and Essos is looking Essossy. So very cool. So without further ado, before I begin, I do want to say that I will be releasing this episode, of course, on Wednesday. As you well know, because you're watching it right now, but I will be releasing episode 2 on Friday because I'm going on a work trip, so I won't be there to record the next 3 days. So the episodes will be released on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Mondays. While Sundays and either Tuesday or Thursday, I'll be keep going on with the Hereward campaign in normal Crusader Kings 3 Roads of Power. So I'm super excited to get into this. The Belarus campaign did end a little early, but I did fix the save. But we're going to start this campaign, and maybe who knows down the road we will start a season 2 of Belarus. So I'm super excited about that. But without further ado, let's get into Ragnar of Skagos. So Ragnar has founded the Aizas-Bruni religion. So getting into this, the Aizas-Bruni religion is based off the Magnaric faith of the Thens that are up here. So Magnaric and the Thens, this is Magnar over here in Then. So he is, of course, is of House Then. Makes sense. But he is Magnaric, so he's organized by the Old Gods faith. He is communal, chthonic redoubts, so they adore giants, pursuit of power, megalithic constructions, as well as a godly leadership. So that is the Magnaric faith. Now ours is very similar to that. Aizas-Bruni, which is kind of like ice and fire in Nordic. So that's why I call it Aizas is ice and Bruni is fire. But we have sacred childbirth, so our mothers are less likely to die in childbirth, and our children are less likely to be sickly or stillborn. So a huge boon. We still keep the giant as a virtue to our people. We do still have the virtue of pursuit of power, so that our rulers have a conquest casus belli against neighboring rulers, and prestigious rulers can use the invasion casus belli once per lifetime. So that's awesome. We also have the burning offerings, so we get executions gain piety instead of costing piety, so that's always really fun. And of course, dragon bonding, because I have to introduce you to our very brand new hatchling, Icefang. Icefang is a tyrannic leviathan. She is swift, fertile, and an owned dragon, of course, bonded with Lord Ragnar of Skagos. And one thing I forgot to mention about Aizas-Bruni is that we are Relor syncretism. We have seen that Relor is not a main old god, but definitely one of the patrons of our faith. So we are following both the Lord of Fire and the old gods of Beyond the Wall. So I absolutely love that idea. Here's our house sigil, House Magnarson. Through ice and fire we conquer all. So love that stuff. But yes, before we press play, one more thing. We do need accolade names, so please leave your accolade name suggestions in the comments, if we can do accolades, that is. Also, we will need boy names, we'll need girl names, and we'll need weapon names, as well as new houses. So if you want your house to show up in our realm as we conquer more throughout, maybe even become Warden of the North, then leave your house name suggestions and I will do my best to add them to the list here. But of course, episode 1 and 2 will not include it, but episode 3 will. So awesome. All right, without further ado, let's get into this campaign. I'm super excited to play it. So we definitely need a court physician. Let's get introduced to our court, our council. So we have Arthur. Everyone hates us, by the way, most of everyone. Arthur here, he's a far northern old gods worshipper, but Arthur is 30, he's wrathful, diligent, and craven, and he doesn't really do much for us. So who would be better at diplomacy and stewardship, which actually would be pretty good. So I'm gonna go with Arya here, or Ara. She's a genius. That's a good trait. Why don't we marry her off? She's Skagosi and far northern old gods. Now, I already have someone in mind that we want to marry. So before we meet everybody else, I actually want to marry a Karstark. And the reason is that the Thens actually have some sort of ties to the Karstarks. I don't know where the Karstarks are. Oh, Karhold. Oh, look at that. So the Karstarks of Karhold actually have some sort of connection in the books to House Then. So I'm super excited to maybe immediately have us marry into the Karstarks, but it doesn't look like they have any children to do so, so that will, maybe our sons will. But we have to do that, so let's meet our council still. I have little ADHD going on here. But Aura here, I think she's going to be good. She's diligent. She's ambitious. She's gregarious. She's an intricate web weaver as well as a genius. She would make a great hand to the Lord. And I think what we're going to do is oversee the realm by faith to gain, maybe not extra piety. Maybe not. Maybe not do that. Maybe she'll help us gain us some more money. So we also have Lord Jorroth, who is a chancellor. And he is lustful, patient, arbitrary, and a sagacious ruler. So he is pretty good in diplomacy, as well as he's good with diplomacy and stewardship. So that's really good for him. What is there any other characters that might be better than him? Of course, Aura would be, but she's already assigned to a position. And we have maybe 2 other characters that might be better, but I think we're going to stick with Lord Jorroth here. We might even land him, who knows? He's of House Norgrim, loyal as a unicorn. Love that. So he is Izez Bruni, which is good, and he's Skagosi as well. So he's one of the people that followed us and worshipped us as a god while we took over Skagos. So awesome. He's gonna fix domestic affairs. Then we have a Lady Morna over here who is 16 stewardship. Is there anyone better than her? No, there really isn't. So she's doing great here, and I think one of the things she's going to do is promote the Then culture over here on Skagos. We're going to leave some places, Skagosi, but at least our capital over here will need to change to Then. We do need to increase some control, so we're going to do that with Lady Kara here. And is there anybody better than her? No, there really isn't. She's pretty good. Our Spy Master kind of sucks. Anybody better? Of course, the Genius is. Our vassal, Lord Gorn, is actually pretty good. So why don't you become the Spy Master? Awesome. And we also have Carl as our Admiral. Anybody better than you, sir? Roderick is pretty good. Maybe we assign Roderick. Now, what is your... Stewardship is a little bit better. So why don't we keep you on Scatterfleet, so we might raid in the future. And finally, we need to start converting the faith with Boromir here. So we're going to start converting people to the Izez Bruni religion. So awesome. We've met all of the people. Boromir here is stubborn, impatient, brave, and astute intellectual, 42 years old. We have Carl here, 26, arrogant, greedy, stubborn, a dutiful captain, and a rough terrain expert. Lady Kara is shy, content, arbitrary, skilled tactician, a navigator. She might make a better admiral as well. You know what? Why don't we switch those two? Kara. Lady Kara. Obviously, she doesn't want to be a naval person. Maybe she's scared. Maybe she can't swim. Who knows? So we did meet all these people. So they're super awesome. Welcome. We're going to marry them off eventually. But we also have Lord Ragnar here, who we've already introduced to. He has 12 diplomacy, 22 martial, 9 stewardship, 13 intrigue, and 13 learning with 25 prowess, which is huge. And currently, I believe he's the only Then character in this area, so we will have to raise that up eventually. We are above my domain limit, so we do have to fix that. And we should give some of these characters, probably our council, some land. So why don't we first off get it to Lord Jorroth over here. We're going to grant some titles. We're going to grant him the Southern Edge. Actually, before we do that, why don't we look at these? Who has the best development? So this is the highest development, 4, 1, 1, 3, and 4 over here. So we'll keep Deep Down, and we'll keep this Driftwood Hall, as well as... No, we can only keep 2. So we're going to keep these 2. What about up there? 1. Okay. So that's what we'll do. We'll grant this guy, or our counselor, Lord Jorroth, who is Skagosi and Izez Bruni. We're only giving it to him because he does follow our faith. He does treat us like a god. So we'll keep him like that. And he's going to own this coastline along here. Welcome to our vassalhood, Norgrim. So if you want to change this name, please leave some name suggestions down in the comments. I'd be happy to change them out. But we also need to give it to somebody else. Oh, our marshal left us. We're going to assign Mistress Idara. She's going to continue on doing that. And our Spy Master left us as well. Reassign Ara. No, we're going to get Benya there. So welcome those to Idara and Benya. But we do need to give Maybe not our people. What about Boromir? Boromir's Then. Ooh, Boromir is a Then, and he follows our religion, so he might be a good candidate for these islands over here. So he's going to own all islands off the coast of actual Skagos, of mainland Skagos. So we're going to do that. And we're still above our domain limit by 1. So please leave a new name for Berngla. The courageous mind knows might. So awesome. And then finally, we only have one more province to give away, and it's going to be the province of Havar. Is this a one province? Singular province? Oh, that's a castle title. It looks like. Barony, county, duchy. Yep. So we're going to grant this to a person. A Then, perhaps? Yes, an Izaz Bruni, Sir Carlin of Rhys Du. So we're going to grant him a title as well. And he's lowborn, but that's okay. We're going to grant him a nice little position. And now we need to look for a wife ourselves. Now, we could go with Ara here. Now, she doesn't like us very much, but she is a genius, which could be beneficial. She's also gregarious, so we have that in common. She's ambitious, which we have in common. She's diligent and an intricate web weaver, and she has amazing traits because she's a genius. I'm kind of tempted to go for her as our very first wife, but she is lowborn, which will kind of ruin our legitimacy. But it looks like nobody else wants to marry us. Oh, look at this. Pure-blooded, mismatched eyes, a giant, genius, and intelligent, all could be. Now, we will lose 300 legitimacy, and we're currently at almost 0 legitimacy. So, you know what? Let's go for that. And here's a cool thing about our religion. So now she is still a lowborn. We can get concubines as well. She's 29, so we will need concubines. I think we're going to go with a few other Skagosi women. We have Alla here. We have another Alla here. We're going to go with this Alla. Anybody has good traits is actually a better question. Any traits that we can carry on? She's a good fighter. We might value that in a concubine. So we're going to go for her. And then we'll save one of them. We'll actually save the last two in case we conquer more land and find some other valuable concubines. So, yes, we take her, Alla, in as our woman. And one of the things we should do as well, our Castellan is no longer because she's now our wife. So that's good. And I think she's going to assist us in our domain. So who else should be here? We have Mora. We have Morana, our steward and vassal. Maybe somebody with a good marshal. Our courtier, Roderick. Sure, Roderick, why don't you oversee the realm and give us extra marshal? That sounds like a plan. Awesome, awesome. Now we could choose a lifestyle. We could go for prowess, leadership, and martial. And we do have one perk to unlock over here, which I'm kind of going down the leadership focus a little bit. Kind of want to go down that, but we can't, looks like we can't pick it. Current no focus. Maybe that's a problem with one of the mods. I'll have to look into that. But you know what? I guess for the time being, let's do prowess. Let's become a force to be reckoned with. Now, we will not have our dragon for a few years, so we're going to have to be very wary on who we want to go to war with. So we're going to get stalwart leader, +4, and we are under the north. So we did swear fealty to Lord Eddard, who was over there in King's Landing. So we do have to be wary of that. The Izaz Bruni Schism, the Magnaric Wise Ones, have lost their way and can no longer be trusted to guide us. To remedy this, I have gathered a select group of elders together to discuss the future of our faith. These Izaz Bruni's elders have adopted a pragmatic and balanced view of other faiths, and many ancient superstitions and mythical stories have been canonized in the official doctrine. Izaz Brunians eagerly await the prophesied arrival of their Green Seer, a great leader who will rally all of the faithful behind them and usher in a new Izaz Bruni golden age. The world will see that the old gods favor us. Super excited. So we did found the new religion, so we are a religious icon, by the way. We're still very distinguished, and we make no gold. So we're going to have to remedy that here in the future. We do only have one bowman retinue, which we are going to put over here. And we will need to upgrade our retinue in the future. So we have took Skagos by storm. Wow, he picked this as his capital? That's kind of crazy. I guess he wanted to be closer to the old gods. Maybe what we should do, the ruins we can't take, but maybe what we should do is start declaring war in the north as one of our first things. So we need a lot more prestige to do that, but we could set a site for the Bay of Seals. So we'll have to think about that a little bit. I know there's a little bit more we need to do. We're not going to be getting any bank of Bravos, even though they're actually right along the coast down here. They're actually shorter to us than Pentos is. But let's take a look. So we should, one of the things we should do is probably start bonding. And Ice Fang is the first dragon, so I'm super excited. And we are not Targaryen, by the way. We are not Targaryen. We are Then and an Izez Bruni. But we do have a dragon sigil because of Ice Fang. And the Then son is here because of, you know, Then. The Then son. Very similar to the Then son. And it's interesting, Karstark is very similar to it as well. So, very cool. And we did keep Eddard Stark, who kind of likes us, and Magnar Steer as some people. So Magnar still likes us, but because I guess we're virtuous to him. But he did ban us, so we're not allowed to go back, unfortunately. So, very interesting. All right, let's continue on. Go up to speed 4, and let's see what happens in this campaign. We did marry a genius, so I'm super excited about that, but she is starting to go past beekeeping age. We are different faiths. She's not going to sleep with us? No. We'll sway her. That'll be our first scheme, is to sway our wife into liking us. It's shocking I have to do such things, but 'tis what it is. So Lord Commander Jantos of the Wall. He's 51 years old. Now over here in the north, I don't believe he has any kids yet. Eddard is brand new. He is 20 years of age, and looks like he's traveling quite a bit currently. And they are at war, so looks like there's a big war going on, of course, for the throne. Let's see who wins. Will it be King Aerys or Bobby B. Baratheon? The Gold Town is supporting them, so that's good. Dragonstone has Prince Rhaegar of Dragonstone. So I wonder if he still has a dragon egg. Rhaegar's armor, Targaryen falchion, and Rhaegar's sword. Very cool. And what about you? Do you have anything interesting? Crown of Aerys and Crown of Unworthy. Okay, Bobby B, looking good. I know that there is a rumor that there's an egg in the north because he has a sister. Lyanna is still here. Good for her. 16. Fusing marriage. Ooh, crazy. Skilled fighter, pretty. She's gonna go off with Rhaegar potentially. Her personal oh yeah, she's the she's probably the one knight that showed up there. You know, I never read the full Game of Thrones books themselves. I'm actually reading Fire and Blood currently. So that's why I wanted to go a little bit further back in time. A little bit. But let us establish ourselves while we grow our forces. Hopefully we could take off House Customizer here. I'll probably do that in between episodes. So awesome, we're growing our forces slowly but surely. Our wife slowly needs to start liking us and giving us kids. Maybe our concubines need to. Maybe we should look into another one. Is there any Thens? Any Thens about? Culture? No. What about any Izez Bruni? How do you spell Izez Bruni? I don't even know how to spell it. Isaz. Yes, Isaz. Isaz. Bruni Faith. Nah, nobody. We need to start converting these people. I wonder if we can. Recruit a spy, divorce, adopt faith. We could adopt their faith, and I'm not going to do that. That's one thing about the Game of Thrones mod. It's very hard to convert people to your faith unless they're born into it. But our wife is starting to like us more. Will she sleep with us? Negative. We're very close. We're very close, but not yet. It seems that my dealings with Lord Carlon, I may have accidentally made certain promises of exemptions from his obligations. I have tried, but I suspect there might not be another way out of this. So Lord Carlon's feudal taxes are reduced. You fool. You idiot. So we're gregarious, arbitrary, so we don't care what other people think. We're also ambitious and we're lustful. So maybe because we're lustful, we should start getting more concubines to our midst. Hilda, who's the youngest? 18, Benya. She's a counselor. She's naive and appeaser. She's our spy master. So maybe we should. She's our woman and spy master now. Awesome. And then, depending on who gives us a wife first, will be our new... And we'll save the last one for if we conquer more lands. Because at the moment, we're not really doing too hot. We have a lot of levies. We have a good amount of knights. A lot of women knights. So we do have to keep that in mind. But maybe we should go for one of these guys and just conquer the Bay of Seals. Or... we can't go after this. So here, let me read this about Skane. The world itself is dotted with ruins, from Restauros to Essos, from Sosthorios, throwback to Belarus, to Ulthos. They spread across every land and every climate with little to no regard. Some were once great fortresses and castles, standing against enemies for thousands of years, only to be laid down to an unbeatable foe. Others were watchtowers and small holdfasts that were broken by minor raids lost to time. Some are ancient beyond all reckoning. Having been laid to ruin before the earliest records in the citadel of Yt, such as Yin in Sothorios, or Strigai in the Shadow. Others, which are the White Walkers, falls have been more recent and documented by the scholars of both the Sunset and the Sunrise lands. Many have had legends, stories, or songs addressing them, or their last stand, and more lie forgotten and shunned by all singers. To claim a destroyed county and begin reconstruction, go to the holding view and choose Restore Ruins. When you own Ruins Barony, you can upgrade the main ruins building to start restoration. Ooh, let us do that. So it said, go to the Barony. Restore Ruins go to the holding view and choose Restore. So the holding view. This is the holding view in it, or maybe it's over here. Am I mistaken? What's it called? The Ruin of Ruins. Top realm is Ruin of Ruins. So maybe we'll go to the High Lordship of Skagos. Ruin of Skane. Skane. Lonely Hawk. Restore Ruin. Ah, there it is. You have at least 200 gold and be a de jure liege of or border the ruin to begin reconstruction, which we just don't have 200 gold. So I guess we should rebuild the ruins of Skane eventually. That will be interesting. But why don't we do something a little interesting and go to war? So they have 1,826. We have 2,000. They do have more gold. Are they at war or allied to anybody? Raided. Struggle beyond the wall. So let us go for the Bay of Seals. Let us fight for our right to be the God King himself. So we do have our men. We are losing gold. And this is going to be a tough war. We do not have dragons, so we got to be careful. You know what? I'm actually going to land over here. Ooh, Lord Eddard, my Gilliness liege, is now held against his will by King Ares. Oh my god, did they lose? They lost. King Ares is still on the throne. Free once more. My rigged liege, Lord Eddard, has been released from his imprisonment at the hands of King Ares and is once again free. Imprisonment is cruelty. The young wolf of the north. Wow. You know what? Let's invite him to our court. No, I'm not going to join their house. Can we invite him? Oh, we can't invite him? Do we not speak his language? What do they speak? Common tongue, and we should speak common tongue, right? We speak Old Tongue, so we can't even speak their language. We can't even communicate with them. Not very well, at least. We're going to set ourselves as the commander. And let's go through the East Watch and into the bay. Now, do we have a penalty? We do have a penalty for 25 days, so we got to be wary of stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen. We got to be wary. Can we get him onto, maybe it takes some time, join their house, goad, murder. No, we're not going to murder. What about you, Catelyn? He's wandering. Unlanded. He's an unlanded knight. Huh. He did have Robb Stark. There you go. Robb Stark is handsome. Good for you. So 2 days, and now we don't get that negative 30 penalty, so let's go across the wall into the bay. The Bay of Seals. 2,000 troops. Shit. Oh, we're gonna win this. Better army commander, more men-at-arms, defending in Taiga. That's okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Fate smiles upon my wife, my concubine. Oh, my concubine, Benya, is bearing my child. Well done, Benya. Good job. Legitimacy lost. The wall looms high and imposing, stretching out as far as the eye can see. Its sheer size and scale are overwhelming, and it's hard to imagine any force that could breach its defenses. The winds whip around you, carrying the sound of the forest and the distant roar of the frozen sea. As you and your tribe look upon the wall, you can see the faint figures of the Night's Watch atop the wall, standing watch over the lands beyond. You know that they will not welcome your presence here, and that conflict may be inevitable. We shall take the wall. Did we take the wall? Are we at war? Oh shit. Yes, we are. Whoops. I didn't know that was a thing. How many men do they have? 3,000? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not going well. Oh my god, we lost. We're not even at war with them. We're part of the North. We should have just let them win. So far, this isn't looking good, ladies and gentlemen, but we do not pull punches. We're going to keep this going. Mora, you are our new steward. Welcome. Our castellan is now going to be Arthur. Arthur. You suck, Arthur. You're the original one. What about Coral? What about Coral? Coral's our one guy. Coral. What about a spy master? Anybody? Maybe let's go with Hilda here. Even though she's sick. She's going to oversee our realm and give us martial +2 and garrison size. So we're going to do that over here. So we did lose a battle. Unfortunately, the Bay of Seals we did lose. So we lost 708 troops. They lost 183. They have a lot of survivors. We need to have our dragon raised up as quickly as possible. Lady Arya got 3 kills, or Ara got 3 kills, and Lady Morna got 4. Good job, Lady Morna. So we need to build our forces back up because we were completely wiped. But they're going to come over here and probably raid us. What if we surrendered? The wildlings were defeated by the Watch as they've been defeated for thousands of years. So we're going to just surrender. Sorry, Night's Watch. We did not mean to cross the walls. We were just trying to retreat, thinking that it was okay, so it was a big miscommunication. But because I don't speak the common tongue, they were mistaking me as a wildling, which I am. Kind of. Now these guys over here, we have to fight them. Oh, they still came over here? We still have to beat them in a fair fight. So we'll have to think about that. Available perks. Chivalric Dominance. Oh, uh-oh. Chivalric Dominance. We'll go for that. I know it's not popping up here, but... Are any of these popping up? Yeah, they're all popping up. So maybe not that one. So, my lord, a letter marked with the seal of House Targaryen has arrived from King's Landing. Ravens spread grievous tidings all across the realm. The messenger gives a quick bow and hands me the letter to peruse. King Aerys died under mysterious circumstances. May he repose in peace. According to laws of inheritance, Rhaegar Targaryen has been proclaimed the rightful successor to the 7 kingdoms of the Iron Throne. While some mourn his passing of his grace, and some have begun to voice their discontent away from the public eye. Before resuming my task, I wonder for a brief moment, what shall his rule bring? King Rhaegar, not Prince Rhaegar. King Rhaegar of the Iron Throne is married to Queen Elia of House Dorne. Yes. Only time will tell. So I wonder if he... So they do have Prince Rhaenys of the Iron Throne. There's Rhaenys. They also have Prince Aegon of the Iron Throne. Nice. And they also have... Oh my gosh! Look at this! Ladies and gentlemen, Jon Snow is in fact the bastard child of Prince Rhaegar, and who, you may ask? Lyanna died in childbirth. Yeah, that's canon. That makes sense. That's canon. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Sorry, Jon. But he is a bastard, and he's on the Iron Throne, so good for him. He's not going to be joining the wall. Good for him. Good Jon Snow. But you do have me to contend with. Everyone has me to contend with, because I have something everyone else doesn't, and that's a 2-year-old dragon that is very small, with beautiful black eyes. So let's take a closer look. Black eyes, nice blue around the wings, and a creamish white. So he looks cream in this photo. What about if I changed it to like a battlefield? Yeah, now there he's white. There he's white now. So that's what he looks like, little baby Ice Fang. Or that's what she looks like, little baby Ice Fang. So awesome. Awesome. We are still building up our troops. There's no point in raising them just yet. They're not coming across. We should go to them. And then after, we should just, you know... I wonder if that's like a thing because we're wildlings that they do that. We need to start learning, Does Lady Arya like me yet? We need to start learning the common tongue. She does like me. So why don't we talk to House Karstark and learn their language? 95% chance that is successful. So we're going to do that. And no point in raising the armies to gain the troops back. Because it's just going to lose us money because they're raised. So we do not have any renown. We are insignificant. Ooh, praise the Moon Maid. Benya has given birth to a perfect little son. One day, child, you will carry on the legacy. What name would befit a lord? I'm going to name him. Now, for the very first child, I'll name, because for the next 2 episodes, I can't, y'all haven't commented yet. So, unfortunately, I will be naming him Ragnar II Magnarson. So may you grow strong and wise. The firstborn of every dynasty, of every child and every king will be Ragnar. Ragnar of Skagos and Ragnar Magnarson II. Ooh, Lady Arya gains trait pregnant. So damn. Unfortunately, all of these names will be... Ooh, she's scarred too. Ooh, Benya's sick. That's not good. Benya gives birth to our first player heir and son, Ragnar Magnarson, child of concubine. That's unfortunate. He has no traits, no good traits. That's unfortunate. We do need to gain our renown up so we can get congenital traits, because that was the bane of our existence in Belarus. They never gained pure-blooded, they never gained nothing, you know? So we're almost at full strength with the men-at-arms, which is good. And we're about half strength over there. But they have, what, a 2,000? Ooh, they're fighting. They're fighting someone. This might be the time. Might be the time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on over there. 1,900. Ooh, we are not up to par just yet. They need to keep fighting. Yes, they're fighting somebody else. Oh, they're fighting them. Hardhome. Come on, keep going. Keep going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're good. Let's head on over. Regent furthers mandate. An faction created against us, a loyalist faction. So don't worry, everyone. It's just a loyalist faction. Oh, they're gonna take that, aren't they? I actually want the Bay of Seals to win this. We're gonna get in here at the right moment. Ooh, another daughter. You know what? A good Then name. Berta, Laria, Barana, Athalia. Damn, I need all your name suggestions, everybody. May you grow strong and wise, my daughter, Athala. So it looks like they're running away. Under the soldier pine, in the scorching midday heat, they sit in the shadow under a great stone pine. Playing on lutes and flutes, they sing in many tongues, yet my heart can understand every word, and I can hear them from my balcony, and they stir my soul. Yet I do not know the identity of these musicians, and when I leave my lofty halls and approach the tree, they are gone. I thought only the singers of old time possessed such talent and wit. Perhaps I have been mistaken. What am I to do with these damned feelings? So beautiful. Odd by beauty. Stress gain. Stress gain minus 20. Investing in music, so lose 20 gold. I really can't afford that. I'll say odd by beauty. King Ragnar of the Iron Throne has decided to build a road from Storn's End to Sunspear in order to better promote trade between the mighty Stormlands and the proud lands of Dorne. A royal project indeed. Oh, King Ragnar. You're pretty awesome, aren't you? You're pretty awesome, dude. He's building a road. So if y'all ever wanted to look at the roads, there's actually a thing down at the bottom right, and you can see the roads that are built. So I believe this is the King's Road, I believe. And then here's, you know, I don't know the road names. I know there's the King's Road, there's the road to Old Town, there's the road to the west. I forgot what all the roads names were. I actually just read that chapter in Fire and Blood, so funny enough. So I wonder if we could sneak on here and just snag this war. Alla gains the trait pregnant. Damn, I really need everyone's name suggestions. Stat. That's fine. We'll just name them some names. We could name them off the Belarus campaign, but I don't really feel like that is a necessity. So Lord Ludd, the husband of Lady Kara, has accused my Chancellor Lord Jorroth of having had an affair with his lover Lady Kara. I do not see what the fuss is about. If it's not lust is a unnatural affliction. These accusations are naught but malice and lies. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We're lustful. Right? Speaking of, we should probably marry all these people. Hilda, why don't you marry this Skagosi? Are you a lord? No, you're an admiral. Great job, you two. You do have a spouse, Lady Kara. Mora, you need a husband. And you're going to get Grom over here. And we're just going to marry within our court to each other so they could get some beautiful kids. Lady Dodara, you are refusing to marry, it looks like. You're a berserker, so that's awesome. Benya, you are mine. Carl, you're married. Boromir. Oh, that's your regent. Okay, you'll marry yourself. So let us see what we can do. Greetings, my charming lady. I have accepted your marriage proposal. Well done. Lady Ara is now pregnant. So our steward, we need a new steward again. So let's get Hallis. He could still promote. Join wars. You are not employing a court physician. We do need to do that. Damn, everyone sucks. We might have to do that decision for a court physician. If we have one. Search for a physician. And we need a wet nurse. So let's search for a physician, unfortunately. It's going to cost us some money. But that's okay. That's okay. So the world is full of dangers, even to the Lord of his court. As per my quest, the servants have inquired after recommendations. Now they have assembled a few options to choose from. So we could get Toke Claren, or Selen, an Isatsbruni Fen. So he's an herbalist, but how much is he? 20 gold. Love that, and he's excellent. Or we could get Tarya Emir, who is 10 gold, but terrible. 20 gold. Yeah, I'll pay that. I'll pay that all day. And for an Isatsbruni Fen, 100%. Now we should get a wet nurse because we're having lots of kids with all these concubines. With a mind to provide the best care to our children, I've had my function seek out a able woman for the role of wet nurse. This is the event that ended the Belarus campaign. Forestmen, two forestmans. What do they speak? Common tongue, good for them. But let's see. She is good and she is poor. 20 gold for a good person? Yeah, we'll pay that. Regent furthers mandate. You need to stop doing that, brother. You need to stop. You're an adulterer and you're ill. Regent swings scales against me. Why are they doing this? They all don't like me. Lady Kara, yeah, I'll give her a pardon. We might actually win this war if we could take the Bay of Seals before Hardhome can. And then we got to grow our power again because that is atrocious. And none of this land is properly developed up here. So that does suck. Oh, we're at 3%. We need to take the tribe of Stain Rock. Oh, with the midwife finally exits the birth chamber with a softly crying bundle in her arms, relief washes over me. Then I see the look on her face. I'm sorry, my lord. Lady Allah, words fail her, but the tone of her voice says it all. Our one life has been extinguished, but the new one was just begun. I must say, stay strong for my daughter, Allah. Allah, you know what? You are going to be named Allah as well. I wish I could do the wheel for you all. But I do like Siri, Magnarson. Siri. So we do gain stress. You know what? We'll keep Siri. Siri. I like that name. So such tragic beginnings indeed. The wife, Allah, or the concubine, Allah, has perished due to childbirth. Man, I thought, well, I guess Isas Brunis don't die in childbirth. But if you follow the old gods, they don't care about you as much. That's how that works. We're going to go for never back down. So friendly fatal casualties, minus 20%. Absolutely. Advantage +5, which is always really good. Because we need to gain more powerful. We're only 24 years old, by the way. Our dragon is 4 years old. What's in the name? With the babe cradled in my arms, Lady Ara wipes tears from her cheeks and addresses me without taking her eyes off our daughter. Husband, I think we should name her Ara after me. What do you say? Sure. She's a giant and she's a genius. That is awesome. So we will name the child Ara. Thank you for choosing it for me. But all you in the comments have to name the kids in the future. I can't keep naming them Arias or Aras. Sacred at childbirth. Awesome. So we gain 250 piety. Look at that. I love this religion. An Eidsatzbruni. Join Skagos conquest of the Bay of Seals. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, they just joined them. How much men did it? 2,800? That is not good. Come on. Take the siege. Take the siege. We don't have enough men to assault the fort. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Run beyond the wall. Oh, Captain Hilda got her head ripped off. And Boromir died. Or Boromir. Boromir. Damn. Alright, we're just gonna have to eat it, ladies and gentlemen. Can we white piece this? So keeps the contested title, gains 100 legitimacy, is recognized. So, okay. We might just have to surrender. They don't gain anything. We pay them 64 gold. We spend 150 prestige. So they don't gain anything other than that. We're just going to have to surrender. Build our forces back up. 2 major losses we can't do. We have to grow tall. The wall. We will leave. So we spent another 500. We are negative 800 prestige. That is atrocious. Being a wildling and crossing over the wall is not a good deal. So we're going to disband. And we got to gain our prestige back. We have to gain just about everything back. And we did get all of this land back from whatchamacallit. So we can give this away once again to Tigvark. So we're going to have to grant this land as well. So that's 3. This is 1. I want to keep the 4. 1, 2, 3. And this is 2. Over here is 1. This down here is 4. This one's 1 and 3. So we'll give that to somebody. Driftwood Hall. Grant 2. Can we gain it to our physician? Salern? Should we get to Milga? No. Somebody worth it. Ooh, I forgot to look at the last battle. My apologies. Ooh, our Seer Skagny of Skagos. Lady Kara. She's without husband now. No, she's not. So what about... Look at all of these... Look at all these kids. Good for them. What about somebody good? Lord Lud. Skagosi. He's not a Then, but he is Skagosi. Let's grant him the title. Let's grant him these two. And we'll give him up there too. And that'll leave us with the 3 remaining. So we're at only 6. Because we're growing our military. So we need to reassign a new... We'll get him as the captain. And why don't you give us some advantage? Marshal. Why don't we assign Harma here? All right, and let's continue on with this campaign. So far, not so good, but we're still alive, so that's all that matters. We got Forestman treaties. Ooh, learn language, a worn manual. Yegon approaches me, smirking. My lord, I have heard that you are studying the common language. My father was a merchant, and he could learn any language in no time at all, he says. His secrets are in the manual. I have no use for it, as I cannot read. I part it with a reasonable sum. So we could spend some 20 gold, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Perhaps you're asking is a bit too steep. I'll pay him 5 gold. Yeah, he'll take 5 gold, absolutely. So we got the the worn language manual. So learn language scheme is going to be increased. So we got another loyalist faction, couple loyalist factions standing against us. Regency has ended, good. And the lordship of Reese Du, Rogamon. Union is valor. So I do want to get Skane to be restored for 200 gold, which we'll do in the near future. And we do have a couple kids. 4 kids already. We have Ragnar. We have Athala. We have Siri. We have Ara. All of these are decent kids. This one's a bastard or concubine born. This one's a genius. Good job, Athala. This one is another child of a concubine with nothing. And you are a genius and a giant. So I'm probably going to favorite you. Oh, I can't. That's in the new DLC. The new DLC, you could favorite your child and you could play as them in if like you were to ever die. So it's a really cool DLC. I highly recommend people play if you haven't already. But I have been hosting your Chancellor Java for several weeks, and it's helped me truly see the splendor of your realm. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Sadara. Appreciate you. But I think that is where we're going to end episode 1 for today. We have lost the battles of the Bay of Seals. We have lost the battle against the Night's Watch, which shouldn't have happened in the first place. I think they keep mistaking us as wildlings when we cross over. So that's on us, you know, our bad. So we're going to have to think about how we are going to grow our power to take on the north of here. Because I'd like to travel up here, become the king, maybe travel back down here. Who is actually the king of Winterfell? It is the Dairies? Is it the Dairies? The Iron Throne. Let's go to duchy titles. Let's go to kingdom titles. The north. Who's in the north? King Rhaegar owns the north. De jure capital, Lordship of Winterfell, which is owned by the Dairies. So very interesting. Give it to me, Rhaegar. Give it to me. So very, very interesting so far. I like this start. Is a lot more different than 104,000. Damn. It's very different to the Game of Thrones start. So we could go to Lord Tywin's Hunt. That's going to take us 26 days. We have to leave within 26 days to make it. So we'll think about that. But that will end the episode here for today. If you like this series and you want to see more, drop a like. It helps the channel out tremendously the more you like. Of course, leave all the different suggestions for houses. So I need a house and a motto to make a new house. I need boy names. I need girls' names. We are lustful. We are having kids left and right. And we need dragon names as well, because Icefang is a girl who is fertile, which will make more dragon eggs, which we'll give to our kids, so hopefully they could bond with, because, I don't know, you know, they're not Targaryens, so who knows what will happen with that. I'm not even sure if I'm even able to bond with my dragon. So that is going to be very interesting. I have never really tested that before. So it's going to be very, very peculiar. But we are bonded, and it's very close to becoming a dragon. So without further ado, I will end the episode here for today. Please leave any comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do a lot. I love this series. I love Crusader Kings, and I love Game of Thrones. So if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel to see more. But without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.